Lux presents Hollywood. The Lux Radio Theater brings you Bing Crosby, Joan Caulfield, James Dunn, and Elizabeth Patterson in Sing You Sinners. Ladies and gentlemen, your guest producer, Mr. Mitchell Lyson.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Our hearts tonight are on the other side of the Atlantic, and so, quite properly, if any news of importance should develop, this performance of the Lux Radio Theater will be interrupted. Here on our stage tonight, we have a rather unusual combination. First and foremost, the winner of this year's Academy Award as the Outstanding Motion Picture Actor. Second, a man who combines his thespian talents with such business projects as a cattle ranch, an airplane factory, and a Hollywood producing unit. Finally, we have a genial performer who plays Hollywood's best golf and wears the most outrageous shirts in screendom. These are not three men, of course, but one, Bing Crosby. He appears tonight in his original screen role in Sing You Sinners from my home studio, Paramount, where Bing has just finished his forthcoming picture, Road to Utopia. Co-starred with Bing on our stage tonight is another veteran and ever-popular performer, James Dunn. While in behalf of romance, we present the fresh and glamorous Joan Caulfield, who will soon be seen in her first starring role in Paramount's Miss Susie Slagle. Also in tonight's cast, as the lovable Mrs. Beebe, is Elizabeth Patterson, who played the same role on the screen. Sing You Sinners is the story of a happy-go-lucky family before the war, their trials and laughter, fortunes and misfortunes. A family perhaps not quite like yours and mine, but typically American in their loyalty, romanticism, and good humor. I don't know whether they use Lux Flakes or not, but if they're typically American, it's certainly a safe guess that they do. Maybe that's what keeps them singing. And maybe that formula will have the same effect on you. For a song in your heart as you wash those dishes and wash those precious fabrics clean, try Lux Flakes. And now the curtain rises on Act One of Sing You Sinners, starring Bing Crosby as Joe, James Dunn as David, Joan Caulfield as Martha, and Elizabeth Patterson as Mrs. Beebe. When a good mother has stood for hours over a hot stove so that her three sons may have a healthful and appetizing dinner, and when those three sons are late as usual, and the dinner is slowly being cooked away to nothingness, the good mother has a perfect right and privilege to bang the pots around. Mrs. Beebe is banging her pots around right now.
Won't even be fit for the dog. I ought to know better by now. Try and fix something decent for... Is that you, Dave?
That's me. Hello, Mother.
Hello, Mother, my eye. I suppose it'll never mean a thing to you that when you say you want supper at 6 o'clock, I expect you'd be here to eat it.
I'm sorry, Mom, but a fellow came in late with a brake relining job. What's for dinner, Mom?
Don't touch that pot.
Oh, it's hot.
Told you not to touch it.
Oh, pot roast. Why can't we have macaroni sometime?
Because as long as I'm cooking, we'll eat for our health around here. You know macaroni makes Joe fat.
Yeah. But it's not macaroni, it's lack of work.
There's Michael. Every time he comes in, the pictures fall off the wall.
Hello, Mom.
We hear you.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, Mom.
What are you doing lately? Going to night school?
Hey, what's for supper, Mom?
Don't touch that pot.
Ouch! Ouch! Pot roast, huh? Joe's favorite. Why don't we ever have hot dogs? I love hot dogs like my own life.
Take off your hat. Go wash your face.
Okay.
What were you doing, Michael? Why were you so late?
Oh, I was studying at the library.
Studying?
Studying what?
Oh, about the world and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, we know.
Here I am, Mom.
About time, too.
Hiya, man.
Hiya, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Mom. How are you?
Well, where were you?
Looking for a job?
Yeah, at the pool room.
Dave, that is not kind. Mom, what goes on the menu tonight?
Don't touch that pot. No. Don't you boys ever learn?
Well, fill my mouth. It's pot roast.
Yes. Sit down before it dries up and blows away. If we don't get a little more order around here, I'll never cook another bite, so help me. Someday, you night owls will come home and find me lying on a chaise lounge eating chocolate bonbons. Michael, where are you going?
I want to get the ketchup.
Grab some chili sauce.
Bring the mustard, too, Mike.
I already got it. Here.
What's the use of cooking a decent meal, watching a bunch of idiots splatter it with junk? Take some of that cauliflower, Michael.
Oh, Ma, it smells like old laundry.
I said take some cauliflower.
Okay. Gee, I see.
Well, Dave, I was walking down the street today, seeing what would turn up. Happened to catch sight of you and Martha driving along. Nobody talking. Looked pretty dull. Two of you stiff as a poker there.
Pass the rolls, will you, Joe?
You know, if I had a little number like that dog in my tracks for 3 years, I'd turn in my suit.
Joe, be quiet.
Yeah, you keep your yap shut about Martha.
What's the matter with you? All I keep saying is, why don't you marry the gal?
You know darn well why I don't marry her. Because you haven't got enough vinegar to pitch in and help keep this family going.
Listen, can I help it if there's nothing in this burg for a guy with ideas?
What ideas? Outsmarting some chump at the pool hall for a couple of bucks? Swapping the shirt off your back for a brass doorknob?
All right. Go ahead. Put me on all you want about swapping. But you can't show me a big man in this country today who didn't get where he is by swapping something for something.
Or something.
Dave, you shouldn't lay into Joe that way. Why don't you go ahead and do what he tells you?
Sure, get married and then find out you can't take care of yourselves after I'm set. No, thanks.
Well, now, listen.
Let's quit talking about
Well,
it.
I'm only trying to tell you what I did this afternoon.
What?
Well, I got us a job at a dance in Pleasanton.
You got... Oh!
Listen, Joe. How many times do I have to tell you I don't want any more of that trio stuff?
Well, it's a job, ain't it?
Is that the only kind of a job you can get? One where you have to drag Mike and me in on it?
All right. I don't like it any more than you do. But what am I going to say when a man offers us $15?
Yes, what should he say to that?
Now, look, Joe. I work in a garage, see? I've got a decent job and I like it. And if you expect me to spend my nights blowing my brains into a clarinet while you sing to a lot of screwballs bouncing around a dance floor, well, I'm a man, doggone it, and I want to stay one.
Me, too. I built up a tough reputation working out horses at the fairgrounds all summer, and then bang, you shove an accordion into my hands and turn me into a Buster Brown.
You keep quiet.
Now, listen, Dave, I know how you feel. You feel the same way as I do about singing.
Oh,
but...
is that so? After I've spent every last cent your father left us to teach you music, you'll all go around blabbing you won't play or sing because you're men. What's the matter with you? Men sing.
I don't care, Mom. I won't do it.
All right. The whole thing's off.
It is not off. As long as you can earn a nickel by opening your trap or squeezing the music box, you're going to do it. When's that dance?
Tonight.
Now, listen, Mom. I got a date with Martha tonight.
Take Martha to the dance.
No, I won't do it.
We'll see about that.
Joe didn't
I
have any
tell you
right to
it's no
book a dance
use.
without
I'm
telling
going
us
out
anyway.
with
It's
Martha,
not
and that
right.
settles it.
I don't want to do it any more than you do.
I say you're going, all of you. So you might as well shut up about it and start getting ready.
I'm no millionaire, but I'm not the type to care. I've got a pocket full of dreams. It's my universe, even with an empty purse. I've got a pocket full of dreams. I wouldn't take all the wealth on Wall Street for a rose where nature tries. And I calculate I'm worth my weight in gold and rod. Lucky, lucky me, I can live in luxury. I've got a pocket full of dreams. Oh, I'm no millionaire, but I'm not the type to care. I've got a pocket full of dreams. It's my universe, even with an empty purse. I've got a pocket full of dreams. I wouldn't take all the wealth on Wall Street for a road where nature trod. And I calculate that I'm worth my weight in gold and rod. Lucky, lucky me, I can live in luxury. I've got a pocket full of dreams.
Oh, I thought you were grand, Dave, all of you.
Oh, thanks, Martha. I hated to drag you out this way.
Oh, don't be silly, Dave. I liked it.
Yeah, but look, you may not like what's coming next.
Well, what's the matter, darling?
Well, a fellow called from town, and there's a truck stall out on Highway number 9.
You mean you've got to go out there?
Well, I could pick up $10 pretty easy, Martha. And every nickel counts on that house we're going to build.
Oh.
Someday.
We'll build that house all right. You wait and see. Go ahead, darling. I'll need that $10 for drape.
Oh, gee, darling. It's like sort of a dream, isn't it?
Oh, yes. But that truck isn't. Hurry up and get it unstalled.
Okay. I'll get Joe to take you home. Hey, Joe.
Here you are, Dave. Here's the loot. Oh, boy, you know, that's pretty happy scratch for 2 songs, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, Joe, do me a favor, will you? Take Martha home for me.
What's the deal?
Well, I got a job to do. I'll take Mike along to help, and you can have the car. And here's $1. You can buy her a sandwich and coffee on the way.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Say, you're getting kind of liberal with your little girlfriend, aren't you?
Well, if you can't trust your own brother, what do you say?
Sure. If you're willing to let her go out with me, I'm not going to knock it. Now, give me the keys to the car, will you?
Here, and take it easy. I want it back all in one piece.
Kind of a rough roll, ain't it? Having the boyfriend walk out on you?
Oh, I don't mind. It's all for a good cause. Dave and I will make up for it someday when we're married. Whenever that may be.
Don't tell me. I know. As soon as I get a job and hold it.
Why don't you, Joe? You could, easily.
I could, but it breaks up my whole day, really. When money comes my way, it's going to come fast and plenty. You wait.
I am waiting.
And don't seem to be exactly on your side at that, do I? Gee, it's too bad you aren't my girl.
What?
I'd worry about the family until after the wedding. Then you'd be mine. Nothing else would matter anyway.
Oh, I wish Dave felt that way. I mean, sometimes I do.
But unfortunately, you're not my Lily, except for tonight. Well, here we are.
Here we are where?
Well, Dave told me to hit you with some groceries, didn't he?
You mean we're going to that joint over there?
What do you mean, joint? That's the finest roadhouse in these parts, the old Straggle Inn.
Straggle in and stagger out. Listen, I don't even come here with Dave.
All the more reason why you should see it. Such a nightlife. You got a mix. Yeah, mix. Good for you.
Do you think Dave would mind?
What mind? It's only his girl and his money. Come on, let's go. Well, what do you think of it?
Where do all these people come from?
They come from some of our finest families. Practically.
Well, I still say we shouldn't be here.
Now, listen, what's wrong with this place? It's quiet, restful.
Oh, brother.
Well, don't you think so?
All right, you good people, all right. I really think that with a little bit of applause, we might be able to bring about a little bit of extra added attraction here this evening. Now, sitting right over there is that Stokesbury Flash himself, Master Joe Beebe. Come on, Joe, what do you say? How about it?
What kind of a hustle is this here, huh?
Oh, go on, Joe.
Well, I guess you mean it, but I'm going to hold it against you.
Step right up, Joe.
Thanks, Mouse.
Well, what'll it be, fella?
Why don't we take a little whack at that song, Don't Let That Moon Get Away, and wait for me on the curves,
I'll be with you.
One, two. It's one of those nights for adventure. We ought to be recklessly gay. Who knows what we'll find? So if you're inclined, don't let that moon get away. Your eyes have a way of revealing the thoughts that you really should say. It may be romance, so while there's a chance, don't let that moon get away. And don't let this meeting adjourn. And don't be so ready to go. For now is the right time to learn what every young heart should know. These moments don't happen so often. It doesn't seem right to delay. If you feel it too, whatever you do, don't let that moon get away. And don't let this meeting adjourn. And don't be so ready to go. For now is the right time to learn what every young heart should know. These moments don't happen so often. It doesn't seem right to delay. If you feel it too, whatever you do, don't let that moon get away.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah, Joe.
Who ordered the drinks?
Compliments to the bartender.
Thanks, partner.
I can't drink this stuff.
Oh, you have to drink it. Compliments to the bartender.
Yeah, miss. Yeah, Joe.
Whose birthday is it?
That's the compliments of the band leader. And there's another round coming up from one of the customers.
Oh, my.
Well, I'm beginning to see where music has its good points. What are you breaking up about? What's so funny?
Oh, you. For a fellow who hates music, do you know how many times you sang at that place?
Those are for you.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, If you weren't Dave's girl, I'd make a big play for you. I'd tell you I love you.
Oh, you don't love me. You're just feeling good.
It's the same thing, ain't it? How you feel?
Fine. A little excited.
That's love.
Oh, it is not. Compliments of the house.
You know what I bet? I bet we'd get along like $1,000,000, you and I. What do you like that Dave for, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Lots of reasons, I guess.
You better give me a little tumble. I'm a barrel of monkeys.
You.
See there, I haven't even opened my trap, and I'm a rat. Yo-ho, yippee! Ollie, ollie, out in free! Oh-ho, run, sheep, run! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, beefsteak! Yippee!
Oh, you're passing the house.
Woo-hoo, yippee! There you are, Martha. Joe Beebe delivers them safe and sound.
I'm a little bit late.
Dave.
Hiya, Pappy. You been waiting up for us there?
Where were you?
We've been on the town, old boy, taking in the sights. I was showing the little woman what she's going to miss by marrying you.
You're drunk.
He didn't buy the drinks, Dave. They just kept giving them to him and asking him to sing.
All right, Pappy, so I'm lit. I'm fractured. I took your girl out. I showed her the first good time she's had since she started going with me. So what?
If you weren't my brother, I...
Yeah, you're America's big brother. Honest, hard-working, and you're stupid as a duck. Why don't you get wise to yourself, you big chump?
Why, you...
Dave. Oh, Dave.
I didn't mean to do that. All of a sudden, Go inside, Martha, will you? And I'll see you tomorrow.
He didn't realize what he was saying, Dave.
I know, but go in, will you? And I'll take him home. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, come on, Joe. Come on, get up. I didn't mean it, Joe. Come on, kid, stand up. Take it easy now. We don't want to wake Mom.
Oh, you should have hit me harder, Dave. Why didn't you really tag me? You should have nailed me. You know what I'd do to a guy like me, Dave? I'd shove my fist right through his chops. Why didn't you hit me harder, Dave? Why?
Now be quiet.
I tell you really should have now.
Shut up, will you? Go inside and I'll get you to bed.
I can't see anything.
Well, the bed's over here.
I found it.
Quiet.
Dave, Joe, what's the matter?
Mike, get out of here.
Gosh, what happened to you, Joe?
I got what was coming to me. That's all.
Did somebody slug you? Are you okay, Joe? Oh, boy.
Mike, get out of here, will you, before you wake up Mom?
But he's in trouble, ain't he? I gotta help.
We don't need you now, Mike. Get out of here. Go on, get.
Okay. Gee.
Come on, get your clothes off.
Dave, sometimes I turn into such a heel that I surprise even myself. You know what I was trying to do tonight? Move in on your gal.
Oh, give me a foot.
I'm glad you clunked me, Dave. And you don't have to worry about Martha. Boy, she's all for you. And I'm all for both of you.
Give me your other foot.
You think I'm no good, but I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to fix it so you can marry Martha. You watch me, Dave. When I think of what you've done for me and this family, never squawking unless somebody gets way out of line. Gee, you're the kind of fellow I want to be, Dave.
Yeah, I know. Now, come on, get under the covers.
Did I tell you about my surprise, Dave? Did I tell you?
Yes, you told me. Good night.
Oh. Good night, Dave. Good night, Pappy.
Good night, Joe.
Going all right. I heard him opening and closing the drawers.
Why, he can't be going. Where would he go?
All right, Mom, I'll speak to him.
Hello, folks.
Joe, you packed your grip.
Yeah, I'm leaving, Mom.
Why, Joe?
You don't have to ask me that, Mom. I'm going to go to Los Angeles. I'm going to prove that I can amount to something. I'll send for you and Mike the minute I get set.
But we want you here.
Please, now, don't ask me to stay.
Joe, not even for dinner. It's pot roast left over.
Sorry, Mom. Give us a kiss, huh?
Oh, Joe.
Well, Dave?
I'm going to ask you not to leave, Joe.
Me too.
Well, thanks, but this is what I want to do.
Whatever you say.
Dave, you know I don't fit into this town. I'm going to go where I can do the family some good. You're going to be surprised one of these days when I send for the folks and I give you that okay on marrying Martha.
Well, if that's why you're leaving, Joe, you don't have to.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Well, you'll need some money.
No, thanks. This is on me. So long, Dave.
So long, Joe.
Seeing you soon, Mom.
Oh, Joe, I wish you wouldn't.
Well, I got to. Bye. So long, Mike. Dave.
Gee. Well, he finally made his break. I'm sorry he did, but I'm glad, too, because it'll bring out the fight I know he's got in him. His pa was the same way. Just drifted along without a worry in the world till you boys started coming. Then he dug in and worked without stopping till the day he died. God bless him. I'm going upstairs.
Good night, Mom. You know, Mike, you don't realize until he's gone just how you feel about him. Good night, Mike.
Good night. Gee, this is the darnest family.
In just a moment, our stars will bring you the second act of Sing You Sinners. Why, Sally, come out from behind that magnifying glass and hunting cap. I hardly recognized you.
Shh, Mr. Kennedy, I'm a detective.
Oh, and what kind of a mystery are you detecting?
A murder.
Ooh, give us the gory details.
The pale, lifeless body was found in a trash can in an alley. One shoulder was broken and the sides were torn and mutilated.
How horrible. Did Sally Sherlock find any clues as to the perpetrator of this foul deed?
Mm-hmm. One Monday morning, I saw a girl hanging out her wash. The colors were faded and the print dress she had on looked drab. She was drying nice slips and nighties that should have been hung indoors, right out in the bright sunlight.
So that made her a suspect?
A very good one. I followed her to market, and what do you suppose she was buying?
Poison?
It was a box of strong wash day soap, although there was a package of Lux Flakes staring her right in the face. That clinched it. I knew I had to act quickly then to prevent another murder.
I hope you caught her in time.
Yes, I burst into her kitchen just as she was about to torture her latest victim. She was putting a lovely satin slip into hot water and strong suds.
Did she plead guilty?
Of course, all the evidence was against her. The hot water and strong soap, rough handling, and the faded clothes on the wash line and poor discarded slip in the alley.
Oh, so the body was a slip.
Yes, its color was lifeless, its shoulder straps frayed, and its side seams pulled out from careless washing. That girl was guilty, all right. Guilty of murdering her nice undies and robbing them of the long life that they could have led.
What was the sentence?
Life. I sentenced her to give her undies long life with gentle Lux care.
But that's no punishment, Sally. With Lux Care, her nice underthings would stay lovely 3 times as long as they did with hot water, strong soap, and rough handling. Tests prove it.
Well, I figured she'd had enough punishment already, Mr. Kennedy. Always having to buy new lingerie, only to have it fade and wear out too soon. So from now on, she'll use nothing but gentle Lux Flakes and lukewarm water. And her undies will stay color-bright and new-looking throughout a long and useful life.
Back now to Mitchell Lyson and our stars.
As I said in the beginning of the program, we will interrupt this broadcast in the event of any important news bulletin. And now Act 2 of Sing You Sinners, starring Bing Crosby as Joe, James Dunn as David, Joan Caulfield as Martha, and Elizabeth Patterson as Mrs. Beebe. Long months have passed, and nothing has been heard from Joe since he left home. At last comes a telegram for Mrs. Daisy Beebe.
Dear Mom, pack Mike's other shirt and hurry to Los Angeles. I'm in the swap shop business and cleaning up. Tell Dave to get married before Martha realizes her mistake. Love, Joe. Mike! Mike Joe's got a swap shop. He wants us with him. We're going to Los Angeles. There he is, Mom. There's Joe. Oh, hey, Joe.
Well, yeah, I thought you'd never get here. Hiya, Mom.
Oh, Joe, I'm so glad to see you.
Hello, Joe.
Hiya, Mike.
Well, you sure did it, didn't you? Look at that suit, Mom. Oh, you look good,
Oh,
Joe.
you betcha. We're in the chips now. Hey, Red Cap. Hey, get a hold of those bags, will you?
Yes, sir. Want a cab?
Well, certainly. Why not?
A cab, oh, boy.
Come on. Say, Mom, why didn't Dave get married before you left?
Well, he just wanted to be sure that everything was all right here first.
All right. Are you kidding?
Oh, Joe, I'm so happy.
Where do you live, Joe? You got a swimming pool?
Well, no, not yet, kid. Give me a couple of weeks.
I'm so anxious to see the house, Joe.
Well, we're not going home right away, Mom. We got to make a stop first. You better get ready for the biggest surprise of your life.
Oh, Joe.
Just take a little turn right over there, driver.
Okay.
Pull up in front of that barn, huh?
Okay.
Joe, what is this place?
It's a racetrack, ain't it, Joe?
Hold your hats, folks. Okay, driver. You can wait, huh?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Mom.
What in the world?
Come along now. Right over here, Mom.
Howdy, Mr. Joe.
Morning, Felder. How's the big boy today?
Oh, he's just fine, Mr. Joe. Hear that? He's getting to know you already.
Hi, Gus, old boy.
Joe, will you please tell us?
Folks, I want you to meet Uncle Gus, the grandest racehorse that ever peeked through a bridle.
Racehorse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Mom, if you ever looked your fortune in the face, there it is. There's the horse that's going to carry the three of us right into that field of clover.
You mean it's ours? Really ours?
Front and back.
Oh, boy. Why, Joe, you mean to tell me that you can afford to keep a racehorse out of what you take in at the swap shop?
Swap shop? Oh, I have some news for you, Mom. I swapped it.
You swapped it?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Uncle Gus.
But where are you working?
Right here. Training Uncle Gus.
You get paid for it?
No.
Well, where do you make your money?
Well, I'm not making any right now, but as soon as Uncle Gus starts racing, it'll only be a couple of months.
Joe, do you realize that you sent for us, told Dave to get married, told us to sell the house?
Nothing to worry about, Mom. Things might be a little tight for a while, but we're loaded. I got a nice little house, 2 months rent paid, credit at the market, credit for Uncle Gus's feed bill.
Sure, he don't need a job.
No.
We got a racehorse.
Sure.
Can I ride Uncle Gus, Joe? Can I be a jockey? You shut your trap. Joe, are you crazy? What are you going to do when your credit runs out? Are we all supposed to move in on Dave and Martha?
Never happened. Never happened. Now, believe me, Mom, you got to take a chance if you're going to amount to something. And my chance came.
Yes. Your chance came and you traded yourself right out of it. Just the same as you've done ever since you were old enough to have a thought in your head.
Now, don't worry. Whatever you do, Mom, don't worry. Say, you got $1 for filter? I got to keep him eating.
Oh, dear.
Just a buck will be in there.
Oh.
Thanks, Mom. Here you are, Felder. Pork chops tonight, boy.
Thank you, sir.
Keep Uncle Gus in good shape. Stay right under them hind feet.
Yes, sir.
Come
All
on.
the time.
Come on, Mom.
Don't you want me to stay here, Joe? Don't you think I ought to stay with Uncle Gus?
Oh, no, we're going home. That is, if Mom's got the cab fare.
Now, listen here, Joe.
Oh, now stop worrying, Mom. Come on home. We'll talk it over. There's the living room, Mom. That's the dining room over there behind that screen. I know it isn't much of a place, but will you stay, Mom? Please.
There's nothing.